This video will provide a general tour of the Sidekick and Spaces feature on SchoolAI. Both of these are great forms of formative assessment in that it is going to tell you exactly what students are understanding and what they need help on, every single student. So you're going to get an individual snapshot for all of them. You will also see what areas some students need help with. This is going to differentiate for students. So AI is going to adapt to where the student needs help. All while on your screen, you're going to see smiley faces if the students are understanding, sad faces if not, and then a general summary from AI. It's going to pop up on your screen that student A understands this at a level showing critical thinking, or student B does not understand this part of the concept, or even student C is trying to go off topic. And that is another cool thing about SchoolAI is that students cannot go off topic. They may try, but AI pulls them back in every single time. So we'll start with Sidekick. Sidekick's more generalized than your Spaces. So Spaces includes a lot more details. You can add standards and all of the things. Sidekick, it's much more general. So I can just type in, maybe I want it to discuss helping verbs with my fourth graders. And I can preview it right here to make sure it's going to discuss what I want it to. And something else neat is that there's built-in modifications. So if students are not strong readers, they can have this read it to them. And they can also talk right into the message bar and it will type it out for them. So they're focusing more on that content than the other skills involved. So hey there, today we're going to learn about helping verbs. They're super important because they help the main verb in a sentence show the action or state of being. For example, in the sentence she is running, is the helping verb. Can you think of a sentence that uses a helping verb? So I'll type in a sentence. Great sentence, Billy. Now can you find the helping verb? And Billy does not want to go to the store. Once you do, can you try making another sentence with a different helping verb? So I'm going to purposely put the wrong answer to show you what it does. So it's going to correct the student. It's going to explain a little bit more about that helping verb. Can you think of another sentence using a different helping verb like is, are, or have? So it's going to run through that, allow them to practice. The neat thing is if you're reading novels within your classroom, you can have AI discuss chapter 4 of The Great Gatsby with your students or a particular character throughout a book. And to launch this, you just click launch. Elementary school students work very well with these QR codes. I found it more beneficial for my high school kids just to copy this link right onto course updates on Schoology. But there are many different avenues for you to share the link with students. And again, on your end, after you share this, the list of students will be right here. I can click into each one of their conversations to read. And right here, it's going to provide me a general just synopsis of if they understand or not. So happy face if they do. And then I'll get notifications telling me all the good things or maybe some areas of struggle as well. And I can click into those conversations to see more details. And then as a teacher, I can work one-on-one with those students. So then I could go into the classroom and say, I noticed that you're struggling on this part. Let's talk about it. So I could help them too. The Spaces tool, you can create your own space or discover spaces already created. So you can search by standard. All West Virginia standards are in here already. So I'm just going to randomly click something. So 7th grade math. And it always selects all of them, so you can deselect the ones you don't want it to cover. But the first time you do this, you can save this and then use that same one later. So here are pre-made spaces that go along with those standards that I just selected. So the ratio detective. Let's solve crimes with proportion. Again, I can start the preview, make sure it's what I want students to learn before providing them the link. So they can calculate that unit rate in miles. If students are not understanding it, it is going to walk through the steps with them. It's going to help them answer it. It's going to allow them to ask it questions. So what if I work out this problem? Is this how I do it? So very cool. And again, to launch it, you have that QR code, or you can share the link. To create a space, just click Create, Create again. You'll give it a title. Let's see. Maybe the Cold War. Let's go history here. I'm not sure. I'm not a history person, so I don't know what standard that goes with, but I could put the standard there if I was. You can generate your own cover image if you want that. Provide a teacher description, how teachers should use this. I'm going to leave all of that blank for now. You can make this as detailed as you want. So the escape rooms and all of that are really cool ways to use this. So what do you think were some of the significant impacts of the Cold War on global politics and society? And again, if students don't understand this, it's going to kind of get them to where they do understand it. And I can save that if I want to. I'm not saving that. And then you can look at all of your sessions on the sessions tool. I'm bad about not closing out my sessions. I need to do better about that. And most of mine are for training purposes that I have created, but you can see that I've used the lab safety feature with my students at the beginning of the school year. I'm not going to click into that because their last names are on there, but if I were to, it would show you a lot of smiley faces. They were understanding lab safety, and then a couple of sad faces because they were getting those lab safety rules wrong, like which ones they should follow for that particular scenario. And then I was able to address that better.